I'm here to answer your big question. How do I shoot by myself? How do I make a film by myself? I don't have a crew, I don't have friends. I'm literally the loneliest person in the world and all I have is a camera and the camera is my best friend. So I don't know how I'm supposed to make this work though. It's a lot easier than you think. Just remember, if you go out knowing nothing else but this, know that you can make whatever you want to happen, you can make it work. You can make it happen. If you are new here, hi, I am Mora Mitchell and I make cinematic sequences on YouTube. The whole idea behind my channel is to hone my cinematography skills. I was a photographer for most of my career, and just recently, within the last couple of years, I decided I really wanted to start focusing on film. I've always wanted to work in film, but for a long time, I didn't think it was possible for me. Before we get into it, just hit that subscribe button, the bell if you want to see my notifications and see more videos like this and see more of my films and everything. If you want to be with me on this marathon in the middle, like that would be dope. Like the video if you like it already, and anyway, so let's go forward. You're gonna have to work hard, you know? This is not without diligence. You are not alone for thinking, man, I can't make this happen. I don't have a crew. I feel like I have said that on every single shoot that I've ever been on. To shoot a film, you don't really need that much. You need something to shoot on, like your camera or your phone. You need a subject. And then you kind of just need your imagination, really, and let that take you where it may. And honestly, it doesn't have to be the fanciest setup either. One of my earliest videos, I mean, this was like the first official film that I put together, and it's not even that crazy. It was just me acting in this sort of monologue while I was waiting for my then boyfriend to get out of work. I was sitting in a parking lot, and I don't know, there was just something about the lighting, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm kind of bored, and I just got this new camera, which was a Canon 80D at the time. I didn't go to film school. When I was in college, I had several different classes I took. I was taking art classes, design classes, and I was also taking film classes. I mean, I took film appreciation, and then I took screenwriting. And I was really inspired. I thought, well, heck, yeah, like I really want to make movies. I really want to get into this. And I had always been intrigued by it, but it honestly didn't seem possible at all at the time. I just couldn't see that actually happening. And I'm not saying it happened, you know what I mean, yet, but the idea is just that I knew I could do this on my own. In Bug, one of the motion shots, I used a chair. I used a chair because I wanted to be running past, and I'm like, how do I get this done? Do I ask a friend? Do I just cut the scene all together? Is it important? And then I was like, no, I'm not asking anybody, and I'm definitely not cutting it, because if I can actually accomplish this, then I will feel great just knowing this one scene happened. Just little things, because it's not the first film I made. It's just the first film I made alone that I submitted to something. Do people actually shoot upside down, or do they flip it upside down? Make your scenes dynamic. Make it something that is literally like interesting, that keeps your audience at the edge of their seat. They can't wait to see more. Don't you love me on the floor right now? I mean, I'm pretty intriguing. Can I do a backflip without it being completely obnoxious and crushing my dog? All right, Leo. No, that's not a thing. Okay. All right. Ready? Gonna. Okay. Let's just leave the normal way. It will be intriguing next time. What I have here, what I keep looking at, is my shot list. Have a shot list. Oh my goodness, it is one of the biggest tips I can give you. I think I keep saying that, but a shot list really matters a lot more than you would think, especially if you're shooting alone. You're the only one who's gonna hold you accountable for getting the shots that you had in your head. Everything in Bug was checked off from my shot list, and it was because I had one. You don't have that missing shot thing of like, oh, what happened to that? Or why doesn't this part make sense? It kind of just cuts away all of the BS and you can get straight to the point. Anything you can do with friends, more than likely you can also do it alone. Hey.
Hey, just checking in.
Actually just shooting a video.
Oh,
So.
really? I'm so sorry.
I know, you're good. You're good. I just, I don't know. I'm finally sharing my tips.
Wait, what? From earlier?
No, not those kind of tips. No, I'm sharing the tricks up my sleeve as far as selfie filmmaking goes.
That's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
really great.
Yeah, they're having a ball. I don't know.
Well, I can...
But I'm gonna get back to it, alright?
Yeah.
So I'll talk to you later.
No problem. We'll chat later.
Alright.
Bye.
And that is how it's done. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? By the way, just so you know, my camera died, so we're over here now. So here's a tip. You can use your phone for anything. You can use it as your sound, you can use it as your camera, you know, it's just one of those things now that we can utilize. And I know that so many people say the same thing, but it's because it's true. Especially when I'm traveling. If you travel, if you're a fellow traveler, then using your phone is just fine. I took my phone to Ireland and all of that footage was taken on my phone. So I didn't even bring my camera with me. I wanted to challenge myself, which I felt like kind of uncomfortable with because I was like, what if I see something that I'm gonna really like and the only way I'm gonna get it is through my phone? And I proved that to myself last year. If you're shooting a film and you're not 100% sure if you're going to have other people around to help you with it, plan it alone. Figure out, all right, if so-and-so is not here to hold the camera for me, do I have something that I can put it on? Do I have a tripod? Do I have a chair? Do I need this to be in motion? How can I accomplish that? If you're using a drone, if you are more advanced and you're using a drone, then put that drone on follow mode because it'll just track you and then you don't really have to think about it and take off the safety, which is really dangerous. So, I mean, as you might expect, it can crash if you take off the safety. So it means, you know, figure all of that stuff out beforehand. Do a test shoot. Be like, do I feel comfortable with this? Do I want to wait? If you've done it all and you feel like, man, no, this really isn't working, ask. Ask for help. Ask a friend, ask a new friend, ask whoever you can ask, and someone will probably say yes. Even if they have no experience, they don't know how well they're gonna do, they don't really have that confidence because they've never done it before. You can always have their help if they're willing. And not all of us have access to this, which is why the whole video is essentially about shooting by yourself. But if you do have someone, even if they don't have any film experience, you know, try. One of the biggest problems is creativity and actually feeling that block, right? That creativity block. Well, the way that I get through that is by watching my favorite films. I'll study them. What about this scene keeps me engaged? One of my favorite movies is Scream, right? So it opens up and there's Casey Becker's house. She's making popcorn in the kitchen, the phone rings and she answers, wrong caller, she hangs up. I wanna know who I'm looking at. Damn, that's so terrifying, all right. And now at this point, this is within like the first 5 minutes of the film. Now within this point, you're like, oh my God, he is outside. So these moments, I study them. I haven't done horror yet, but I will. And so these are the moments that I study, and these are the cues that I mean. When you are feeling a major turn in a movie, get into the shoes of your favorite characters and feel like that. Because the thing is that you are not just making your own film. you are also probably starring in your own film. So that means that you are assuming the role of the director, the producer, the actor, the writer, the editor, most likely as well. Set design, costume design, makeup, hair, all of that. You are assuming that those roles. But the idea is to set up a scene the way that you would want to watch it. So where are your cues? Where are those intrigue moments, right? Where are your steps taking you? Which we will now go into the minute by minute. The minute by minute is essentially a shot list that goes by the minutes of your film. And this is something I learned in screenwriting. The minute by minute helps so much because you have an idea of where you want these cues to be. So that is that. I don't do this every time, but when I do, it is a difference. It definitely makes a difference because I essentially don't go by the minute by minute when I'm shooting. I go by the minute by minute when I'm writing. So I will take out certain scenes and everything because I can't figure out why that matters. I just wanted it. I thought it would look pretty, you know? But then without it, it might be a much stronger story. Don't be afraid to edit out really amazing parts because sometimes they just don't work. Sometimes they don't make sense. And maybe you can recreate that shot in another story. As a director and as an editor, they're two different hats. You know, you gotta take one off and put the other on. Just my tips. You don't have to take any of this stuff if you don't want to. But these are my tips. This is what I do. And these are the things that I kind of want to reiterate to myself of why I do the things I do. Honestly, like I love filming. It is one of my favorite things. It is like other than traveling, traveling and filming are like right here. They are right here. They are just my two prominent loves in my life. And it's just something that I would love to share with you guys because if you guys can get a taste of this, I wish it upon you. Go in thinking you're you. You are you. You have your own unique style. You have your own unique voice. You are unique, right? Don't try to be like other people. Make your own stuff. Come up with your own ideas. It is totally normal to take inspiration. Don't feel bad for that. But don't go in thinking, man, you know, I'm not that person. I'm not going to be able to get that shot. It's just simply not true in any regard. You can get whatever shot. Your bucket shot could be something that we've never even seen before. Think about that, you know? Like, everyone has had that one moment that launched them into who they are today. Like, don't feel intimidated by the greats. They're great because they tried, they did their best, and they failed a lot. So if you fail, which wouldn't even be considered a failure because you did it. You went out there, you did that extra mile and you made that film, you know? And that is a lot better than where you were 24 hours ago without anything at all. Just saying. If you have to come up with an idea on the fly, do it, wing it, have fun. It is fun. It is not a stressful thing. It can be stressful, of course, that's fully a lie. But the idea is to have fun with this. It's like being a kid in a playground, you know? What are you gonna do? You're gonna plan where you're gonna play first? No, you're just gonna go out and play. So remember that being creative is like being a child again. It's accessing this part of our brain that allows us to be free and spontaneous and to be playful. The world is our playground. And even if worst comes to worst and the project is a complete disaster, then you have this lesson to grow upon. You know what to do or what not to do next time. That is the point. Doesn't matter how many years you've had in the business or if you've never been in it. Take what you can, learn what you can, use that knowledge to your advantage. Perfection is such a spectrum and it all depends on what you think is perfect, but nothing really is, right? Anything can be improved, anything can be worked on. I mean, the greatest films ever definitely have a few flaws. but we overlook them because we appreciate the art. I'm proud of the things that I've made because I put so much effort, I put so much work into it. It matters. Nobody wants to know your knowledge, Mora. Insecurities, yay. So yeah, so that's it. All the shots are, yes, all of the shots, I got all the shots. That's awesome. Oh, that's such a good feeling. All right, well, I'm looking forward to your projects. Let me know in the comments if you guys have done this yet. I really, really want to see them. I want to see more films that have been shot by a single person, you know, and all, like, what is that called? A one, you know, like a one-man show, one-woman show. So a one-person show, you know what I mean? Like, I really want to see that because honestly, I can learn a thing or two for sure. You know, I'm not perfect at all, and I am still growing and I'm still learning. And that is why I have this channel, because me filming every day and editing every day and seeing where I've made mistakes and seeing where I'm growing and improving has been detrimental to my success. You need diligence, you need confidence, and you need to just go. Just do it. Do it. Do it. With that, I conclude any films or selfie films or whatever they're called, link them down below. I really want to watch them. I want to analyze. I want to learn from you. So let me know. Let me know if you're working on one. And if there's anything I can do to help, I'd love to. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know. I'll see you in the next video. This was a lot of fun. That's it.